Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is, I rented my first apartment and my parents suggested I get renter's insurance. None of my friends have renter's insurance and I don't want the additional expense. Is getting renter's insurance worth the expense? The good old days when you got your first apartment and you thought you knew more than your parents and you thought your parents were always overreacting and overprotective. Well, this is going to be a short and sweet video because your parents know best. So I know the questions going through a new person's head. Wow, can I afford this? Is it worth it? Is it worth paying this extra fee every month when the probability of something happening is slim? So there's also this misbelief that, well, isn't it the landlord's responsibility if there's a fire and I lose my stuff, or if there's a break-in and I lose my stuff, or if somebody gets hurt in the property, don't they just sue the landlord? These are all legitimate questions, but the answers to those questions will lead you to a particular place regarding renter's insurance. So we have to understand that homeowner's insurance is something that the landlord gets, and it covers the structure and it covers their personal items. It does not cover loss for the renter's personal items. It also does not cover the cost of a judgment if you get sued and because someone was hurt in your apartment. If the person sues you and not the landlord, right? So, or you and the landlord, it does not cover. The landlord's insurance does not cover your liability. So then you have to say, well, since it is a low probability, and it really is a low probability that there'll be some disaster where you lose all your stuff or some of your stuff, or there's a break-in and you lose. It's a low probability, that's true. But is it worth the cost? So if we look at the cost of renter's insurance, and I know we all live in different places, but the national average across the United States is between $19 and $25 a month, right? And again, it depends on where you live, whether you get the higher or the lower end. So let's just kind of use an easy number, $20 a month. 12 months, that's $240 a year. You have to consider the loss, even if it's a low probability, of anything in your house, your furniture, your electronics, like your clothes. All these things cost way more than $240 a year to replace. So it makes sense, right? To cover the cost of a couch that could be $1,000, $2,000, or your bed, or again, all your clothes, or if you lost it all at one time, think of the thousands of dollars it will cost you as opposed to $240 a year. It's a no-brainer in that regard. If somebody gets injured in your apartment and they just sue you for the medical expenses, the medical cost just for the visit, for an emergency room visit, is going to be more than $240. Let alone whatever treatment they had and follow-up treatments that they might have, and the pain and suffering they might sue you for. It's going to be way more than $240. And so you ask, well, what if I can't afford $240? You absolutely can afford $20 a month. If you get rid of one of those silly subscriptions that you don't use anymore or you barely use, you have $20 a month. If you stop buying food on an app once a month and go to the restaurant, or you cook yourself, you got $20 a month. There's no reason that the $20, if $20 is going to break you, you're not ready to move out. You're just not ready, right? There's no way if an extra $20 a month is going to break your budget that you should be getting an apartment anyway. So can you afford it? Absolutely. Do you need it? There's a low probability of something happening, but yes, you need it because the cost of replacing your stuff or the cost of a lawsuit is going to far exceed what you're going to pay to have the comfort, peace of mind, security of having renter's insurance. And your landlord is not responsible for your stuff. Your landlord is not responsible for someone who gets injured in your apartment. So that belief that, oh, the landlord's going to replace it is a myth. It is not true. So if you want my opinion, listen to your parents. Your parents are right on point. Even though I'd say the vast majority of renters don't have it, every renter should have it. Easy policy to get. It's really cut and dry. There are plenty of places you can go online that have renters insurance. And again, you can have even the high end, $25, you can afford that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on renters insurance. Have you ever had renters insurance? Did you not have renters insurance and wish that you did because something happened and you had to replace some things or you got sued? Love to hear those stories. Not love to hear those stories, but please share those stories because they'd be very educational for a young person who's thinking it can't happen to me. But please like, share, subscribe, keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.